Super Smash Bros. Brawl. The game that came out 17 years ago. This game has changed generations after generations after generations, and I think it's about time I gave a full, detailed review of this game. Let's get straight into it. To get started with the review, we're going to do 3 different areas about Super Smash Bros. Brawl. So space, the fighting, pretty much everything else, and the characters, the roster. Low-key, actually, I'm going to do the roster first, then the fighting, and then so forth. Okay, Super Smash Bros. Brawl introduced us to a lot of new characters. For instance, third parties. Let's talk about them first, because I think it's only right. It's only right we talk about the third parties first. Snake and Sonic. The fact that they were able to get third party first and foremost into this game, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. That seeing Snake and Sonic in this game was the first introduction where it's like, they can go a long way in making crazy third party people in this game, and they actually did with Bros and Ultimate as time went on. But seeing that Snake and Sonic was like the first ones, you gotta look back and just say, dang, like, we cooked. Like, of course, you got the Nintendo new character with Meta Knight, Zero Suit Samus, Wario get in there, and just a couple more. I think Ice Covers was also in there too. I don't remember if Ice Covers was in Melee or Brawl, but a bunch of new characters to the point where you look at this and you say to yourself, personally for me, this is the most balanced Smash has been when it comes to a roster. Every character it could be used. Every character could be played as. You can literally like have fun. You can have fun with every single character. There was ranking systems, but gotta keep it a buck. We're not talking competitive. We're keeping competitiveness out of this entire review because I don't competitiveness when it comes to Smash and everything. Like, you either love it or you hate it. I was in tournaments, but I don't care for competitiveness when it comes to like fighting games personally. But the characters, everyone you could just like, love, and just enjoy. This is probably the first time where I genuinely was like, this is the coldest Mario's been. You have people making videos that's literally saying the best area of it, the best version of Sonic in the entire best iteration of Sonic ever. You have people who say this is the best iteration of other characters. This is, you gotta really think about it. Brawl really is bringing out a lot for characters when it comes to like style, design, and just overall their view perspective. I can't lie, the way they did Brawl for characters is on another world of just fantastic. Like, even if you didn't like the character, you gotta admit they low-key was fire. From designs to just how they looked, and just like other things. Like, I think of course you know how they have like the different colors of characters when it comes to like skins. Basically like skins, really, because you can turn into like red Kirby, blue Kirby, silver, black Kirby, silver Kirby, like any other, you know. I feel like they really did a really good job at that, and I'll even go as far to say, like, it's just so good to just see like a balance of every single character, even like how they're unlocked. Like, you have like the OGs of the OGs, then you have like, you get to like the Wolf, Toon Link, and you just get into really cool stuff at the very end that I'm very appreciative of the new characters that they added, and that the new characters that they put in. And keeping of course the original 8 or even 12, y'all can say 8, 12, it doesn't really matter. It's just phenomenal. The fact that they almost tried to cut my homie Jigglypuff, It's still disrespectful to Sakura. I'm not. I know, it's crazy. I'm crazy. But I can still appreciate that the characters is definitely like really, really good when it comes to just shining as like overall. That I have zero complaints. Like again, the review I'm talking about the positives and negatives, and roster wise, this is the best Smash it's ever been. I think Bros and Ultimate did a little bit too much with adding too much characters. It gets to a point where there is gonna be characters that just don't get chosen, and some characters that people are just genuinely not gonna like. And I think that's the biggest issue that I personally have with Ultimate, where it's like Ultimate has too many characters where there's probably a good chunk that don't even get played, just because there's so many mains of so many higher tiers and so forth. And then Bros, yeah, I'm not gonna talk about Bros because can we all just admit Bros is like day near the second worst? And even then, like Bros as like character roster wise it was adding good pieces, but it was Bros is his own thing. By the way, I'm talking about the fourth Bros. Like I know it's the first one. I should call Super Smash Bros. 2, but you know, I'm talking about the one on the Wii U. But roster-wise, I definitely think this is easily the best Smash has ever looked. And if Smash ever comes back, I wouldn't mind if they cut some people, or if they want to restart completely. But I do think Brawl is the formula as to the certain amount of characters. Or if they want to just go back to like Melee or Bros and like bring it like to a very, very low amount. I just think making it a crazy high amount does hit the roster a little bit. So that's why I think Brawl has the perfect amount. Like, I think Brawl has like, I don't remember. I didn't count. I think it was like 40 something though. But that's the perfect amount where you can play as Olimar, still have fun. You can play as someone like Ice Climbers, Bowser, Donkey Kong. Like, you can play as so many characters that you don't even. I'm trying to think of even like a person who don't really get played as like. I'm trying to think, probably like Lucas or Ness, Luigi, like King Dedede. There's so many characters. There's just so many characters that I feel like some people were just liking. The roster just the best it's ever been. Then get the gameplay. Whew, bro. Super Smash Bros. Brawl is my favorite of the bunch. But when I say this, I'm gonna say it loud and proud. Brawl has the most controversial gameplay that I can honestly say is understandable. It's understandable. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of it. Brawl doesn't have combos. Super Smash Bros. Brawl does very, very the littlest combos compared to Melee, Bros, Ultimate, and so forth. It's more of like a, I don't even know what to say, because I can't really say arcadey, because arcade really have combos too. It's a fighting game with like less and less combos and more just like who you do your strongest attack and what if it lands, strategize and play smart, you know. But the combos not really being there. And there is some combos. I'm not saying that there's not that crazy amount of combos. There is still some combos. It's just compared to like the others, probably it's the lowest. But, and I'll even go as far to say this is probably the least. I think this is probably the least competitive Smash personally. And even if I wasn't even trying to. I'm still not really talking about competition and competitiveness. But I do think, bro, if you are a competitive person, Brawl is the least. It is more free, more just play. You're playing with friends, playing like just all over the place. Cause like it's the best. I think Brawl has the best when it comes to like items. I think I don't play with items at all when it comes to other Smash Bros. But Brawl makes it crazy fun because I feel like the joy in Brawl multiplayers is so there and just out to love, just out to just. Love. I think the Smash Ball, which another thing about gameplay, putting that in Brawl, phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. I'm so glad they introduced the Smash Ball because that little kid got me loved a lot of characters that I probably would not have loved. I'm not gonna lie. Like, the Smash Ball is being there is such a cool thing. From Mario, doing the fire, that crazy fire attack. Kirby cooking up the pot. Sonic, the one and only Super Sonic. Just so goated, bro. I probably gotta do a ranking one time of just ranking all the Smash attacks, Smash Bros attacks I meant, because dang did they cook with that. Oh my goodness, they cooked with that. But then again, the gameplay, it's good. My personal opinion, it's good. Not great. There's a lot of time where you can slip, randomness, crazy times. But it's good. I think it's always just something to just get back on and just have a fun time. Like, rather you're going against your computers, rather you're going against friends, rather you're just doing classic mode or whatever, like, it's just fun. It's just a fun little thing where you don't have to think too much about the mechanics and everything, where you can just get into a match, fight, have fun. And I think that's what we're lacking when it comes to fighting games. I feel like fighting games have become super complex, and like, it has to be competitive. It has to be this. It has to be that. When Brawl can literally just set this example of just like, it be chill. Just got casual fights, casual things to just have fun and just do. And I appreciate that. I respect that. And dang near, actually, I want to say this is a great thing. I said it was good, but I'm actually going to say that's a great thing, because you don't really see that a lot when it comes to fighting games. So I would actually say the fighting in this is great. Still, slipping, and not having that many combos, yeah, that is something. That is something. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. That is definitely something. And I'll even go on and just say, like, the modes, because since we're talking about the fights, I guess I can easily talk about the other modes, like classic mode, event mode, and all that type of stuff. Fun. I can pretty much kind of like leave this to like a little things of just like, it's fun. It's you're still fighting, still doing objectives and just target practice and everything like that. It's cool. You're gonna have fun. If you like those type of things, you're gonna like them. Personally, for me, not the biggest fan of like stuff like that, but I can understand what people like to do with like the other modes. I do like what is it called? The sandbag mode, when you have to hit the sandbag like with a baseball bat. Or I think it was home run. It's home run something. I don't know why I'm forgetting right now. But that mode is actually like, that's the mode I really do be on. Like, I don't really be on like classic mode, event mode, because personally, I don't think I've ever really liked classic mode other than the 3DS version, which is still odd. I still like it for like other ones, but I think the 3DS version I like the most. But yeah, you're gonna either like it, love it, whatever. They have at its time they had Wi-Fi. At its time. I still don't get why the Wii even did that. Like let's get to subspace. Let's get to subspace. I'm not gonna lie. They really did have online just for it to really barely work. Okay. Going into our last thing, subspace atmosphere. And when I say this mode is probably Smash at its core, at its best, I say that with every single ounce of me. Is it janky? Yes. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of times where you can, especially when we get to the end. I'm gonna talk about the starts, but I'll talk about but the end is very janky. We already know that. Subspace atmosphere. You start off with the one and only Mario on one side, and you have the one and only Kirby on the other side. And this feels so perfect. You're meeting people from every single Nintendo franchise. From Pokemon to Kirby to just everything. And it's like putting it all into one story. By the way, they're not saying any words, yet I could care less if they said a word or not. This is literally phenomenal. Like, just doing quests with like certain characters and then meeting Pitts, meeting Zelda, Peach, meeting Link, Yoshi, and then that dynamic duo of some of these characters with Diddy Kong and Fox, Lucario and Meta Knight, my personal favorite personally. I'm trying to think real quick. Mark the Ink, Ike. Oh my, I said Ink. Ike. Who else? Lucas and Pokemon Trainer. They didn't say a single word, and they still probably have the best story in my opinion. I know a lot of people have some different opinions when it comes to story, and trust me, there's a lot of characters out some good stories. I would probably say Lucas is my personal favorite because in the beginning he's scared when we see him, but the moment pretty much Daniel at the end, hey, he's scared, but he was scared at the beginning, but by the end, I'm here. And I'm not gonna lie, the fact when he gets courage to get revenge for Ness, cinema, absolute cinema. I will say myself. There's a lot of moments in the suspense where you just gotta sit down and just watch the cutscene and just say, what was Sakurai cooking? What was he cooking? Meta Knight versus Lucario? Mark versus Meta Knight? Yeah, they low-key highlight Meta Knight a lot in this, I'm not gonna lie. But he is goated, so you can't really complain. And there's so much you can just love in Subspace that going from the jungle to a sky area, like, they have so many things that you look at and say, oh, this is from Legend of Zelda. Oh, this is from Mario. Oh, this is like the level 1 stages and everything is so good. I feel like every single time they show just anything to do with a level or cutscene, you're in for a treat, bro. You are in for a good treat. Like, you dang near think this is a movie, bro, and I'm saying high quality movie. That's why, and people said they want a Smash Bros movie. We got that Smash Bros movie. Okay, no, we didn't. I'm not gonna lie, we did it. But it would be clean. It would be clean if they did something like Subspace one day. But yeah, that's a lot of positives. Let's get to the negatives. Cause this definitely has some negatives. First and foremost, the map issue, especially at the end. The maze. I personally didn't have an issue with the maze. I get the problem 24/7. When you get to the maze, you really can't get lost quick. And I mean quick. To the point where you think you're going in the right direction to fight. You remember, there's like clones of every single character to fight. And you just go in a circle sometimes where it's like, you know where you're going, but at the same time, you gotta look at the map. And sometimes, even when you're looking at the map, you can still just get lost. Like, I understand the issue. I do, think it is a pretty big issue. And didn't even like stickers. I didn't even know. I literally I had to watch a review of somebody. I think it was Scott Wiz actually. I don't remember who it was, but I had to watch a review where they was talking about the stickers. I'm not gonna lie, I played Subspace like 8 times, 10 times. I love this mode. I didn't know stickers even meant anything. But dang near my second time, or my third time, I didn't even know Wolf, Toon Link, and Jigglypuff were not even in it. Which is another critique I would say, like, not having the full cast into it, because I know Jigglypuff, Toon Link, Wolf kind of was the last 3 characters to be put in the game. You can clearly see. It's like, I wish they still would have been in the story mode a little bit, you know? I really do wish they would have been in the story mode a little bit. And I do wish some characters did get to shine in subspace. Like, for example, Ness and Luigi. We see them for like a couple seconds, and then we don't really get to play as them until the very end. Dang near, we King Dedede I can actually include, which is crazy because he's the savior of this entire game. Yeah, King Dedede technically did save this entire world, really. Like, bro, where was Sonic, bro? Where were you, bro? I'm not gonna lie, him or farming at the end where he just, with that whole taboo thing happened, about to turn everybody back into a trophy, and Sonic just comes in out of nowhere and saves the day. As a kid, I'm not gonna lie, that was one of the peakest moments ever. But looking back at it, where were you, buddy? Like, was he just standing in the background just waiting for him to do that? Still cinema, still peak. I don't care what anyone says, it's still amazing. But it's like, help! You never became a trophy. Where were you? I will always find it ironic how the Sega character saves the Nintendo franchise. But again, I love Sega. I know they love Nintendo, so it's, we could put the back together, you know. But Subspace as a whole, like, there is a lot of stuff where you can definitely complain about. But when I look at Subspace, I say to myself, this is Smash at its core. This is Smash at its absolute best. This is Smash where you can just love. Just from Subspace, from Classic, from roster, to everything. Subspace does a fantastic job at just loving you, giving the characters shine, giving the characters cutscenes, and just giving them moments of all moments. Even when you don't really get to play as some of them, even if you see some of them being a villain, hero, whatever, it's just great to just see them all come together, especially at that end, bro. Especially at that end. Where they're all just standing there, just all happy again. Phenomenal story, and no words need to be told. Just peak. Having said all that, when it comes to Super Smash Bros. Brawl, it's staying near how I feel about Frontiers. Sonic Frontiers. It's a game with a lot going on. A game where you can obviously tell it's pretty janky. You can obviously tell it's pretty in the lesser end of combos and a lot of other stuff. But dang, I think Super Smash Bros. Brawl is the best Super Smash out of the entire series. I will say that with full-on confidence. I love Melee. I love every Smash Bros. Really. First, Melee, Bros, even like the Wii U version, which is probably like the worst, which is probably still like a 7.7 for me. 3DS version I absolutely love. Ultimate I love. But when I look at Super Smash Bros. Brawl, I look at it and say, they did it. This is childhood. This is not just childhood, but I can play it now and have a fantastic time. And it cooked. It straight up cooked. This is an easy 10 for me. I was actually really debating this the other day. I was like, you know, what is my 10 games? What is the games I actually consider a 10? I'm not just gonna go out and let me just say, oh, this game's a 10, this game's a 10, this game's a 10. I think Super Smash Bros. Brawl is so fun, so chaotic, as much as it's janky and has a lot of things going on for itself, I could care less. I enjoy the game. The game's fantastic, and people are gonna say what they want to say, but 17 years later, Super Smash Bros. Has defined Nintendo as one of, if not one of the best Nintendo games in my wholehearted opinion of all time. And I would never forget it. I would never forget it. I don't care how many years it gotta go. I would never forget it. And just a fantastic game, bro. Just a fantastic game. And shout out them for adding Sonic, bro, because I still remember seeing that trailer as a kid, and I'm like, dang, just fantastic, bro. But comment down below, how do y'all feel about Super Smash Bros. Brawl, especially like this day and age, like 17 plus years, bro. I don't know when the next Smash Bros. Coming out. I don't know if it's gonna be better. I don't know if it's gonna be worse. I don't know. Could it be? But how do y'all feel about all of the Smash Bros? The entire all of them. Do y'all think Melee's the best? Do y'all think Ultimate's the best? What do y'all comment down below? How do y'all feel about every single one of them? And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Brawl, I'm giving you a 10, a perfect 10. And again, it doesn't matter how. I'll say this as a quote. It doesn't matter how a game is janky, glitchy, whatever. If you have the time of your life and you are having fun with it, what's stopping you from viewing your opinion? You know, what's stopping you from viewing your opinion? You can't ignore the negatives, but you can also respect the positives. And I will always look at Brawl and say it has a lot of things going on, but it made me fall in love with Nintendo. Truly did. And I'll never forget that. Truly. You guys take care. Peace.